Hello everyone, today we're going to quickly go over the latest GTOBase update. This is version 1.15. We go over new features, some fixes and new libraries. We have added this new tab on the top, Docs, and here in GTOBase News you can see all the latest updates, all the changelogs, what have been changed, what have been fixed, and so on. Also, we have some screenshots and here and an overview video in English. Okay, also in this version we've added some new libraries and some new spots. In terms of free libraries for no limit cache games, we only had before 100 BB stacks, now we have 75 BB stacks as well. For spin&go libraries, we now have small blind versus big blind no limp spot. Some of our users asks for this option, small blind versus big blind with no limps. The only thing that for now this spot is only available in a viewer with no analyzer. So yeah, you can look at the strategies. We have stacks from 16 to 25 BBs. We went with a simplified version where a small blind has only two raising options, which is a small raise and a shove. So yeah, only 2.5 raise and a shove for now. And later as well, we are planning, of course, to add smaller stack situations as well. Again, as a response to your requests. And also we have added small blind versus button situation, which is also only available in viewer as of now. And of course, analyzer will be added soon. And here we have all these stack sizes from 8 BBs to 25 BBs, with a step of 2 BBs from 25 to 14, and with a step of 1 big blind from 14 and lower. We have also added a library for heads-up anti-game. This one will be interesting either for those who play on iPoker or for those who play SnGs and MTTs. So yeah, now you can analyze those hands when you play final table of MTT heads up or you're playing SnG heads up. And we solved it for ante of 12%, but if you play with antes from 7 to 17%, you can also upload those ones and the antes will be rounded up to 12%. So yeah, those could be hands either from the final table of an MTT or from your sit-and-go game. It doesn't matter, both will work perfectly fine. Okay, next, if we upload hands using an archive here in the Upload tab, you can now filter your hands. Before here in my uploads, we only had jobs, like a certain pack that we've uploaded, but now we see that all the hands in a certain job are now separated in different spots. And we can go over a spot that we are interested in. Like if we click here, button versus big blind, we see that spin&go button versus big blind filter is applied. Also in the hands tab, we've added a new coloring system. Before we used only a red color to show that your action was actually incorrect according to GTO. But sometimes it happens the way that your opponent actually took an incorrect action before, and so your action is also incorrect. And before we only used red color for all the types of mistakes, but now if your opponent actually took an action that is incorrect before you, your mistake is colored yellow. So yeah, take a look. If we mouse over this check action here, we see the yellow color and we see this little text that says that analysis could be inaccurate because previous actions of our opponent are incorrect according to GTO. But if we see a red color, this means that our opponent played well and we've made a mistake according to GTO. We are also now supporting new rooms. We are now supporting iPoker, People Poker Network, and we fixed parsing from some other rooms. We also fixed some minor GTO trainer bugs. Some board filters didn't work correctly actually, and we have now fixed this. And now let's go to the viewer functions. We fixed some things here in combos and draws. Now if we select or unselect some groups of hands, the percentages are shown for the proportions of the selected hands, not all the hands as it was before. So yeah, the percentages change when we select or deselect some groups of hands. And the chart is painted according to ABS, absolute weight of hands. Also, you can now check any line here in Viewer and get back a few streets before without discarding the line that you've selected. Okay, as an example, let's pick a board. Then let's pick an action on the turn. For both players, we pick a turn card. We again choose any action for the turn. Let's make it, I don't know, check bet. And now if you want to take a look at our strategy at some point of this hand, at some point of this game tree, well, let's say as an example we want to see our flop strategy. We just click here on the very top of this little window. And we see big blind strategy on the flop without discarding the whole line. If you want to see a small blind strategy, we just click here and there you go. And of course, any moment we can get back to the end of our game tree, to the last action. We also have now this new ranges filter. You just click here on this little button ranges, and you see the comparison of both players' ranges. We see the weights of all the hands, and here on the right, we see equity of the selected hands, both for a small blind and big blind. In the middle here we have hands filter, all combos and all draws. We can select or deselect certain groups of hands, and again percentages are changing according to the number of hands selected, not in proportion to the total number of hands as it was before. Next, for the flop analysis, we have now added no, we didn't actually add anything. We have changed flop reports. As before, we have all the filters for different boards. We see all the flops available here, but now we have this colored strategy column. This helps us to see the proportion of actions that we take on a certain flop. Board textures filter has been changed a little bit as well. We have now more options in terms of board filtering. And if we want to take a look at a certain flop, for example, I don't know, King 5-3 monotone, we just click here and the viewer will open in a new window. Well, now we have two options of viewing hands. Option 1, when we select a hand, we have all the combos here on the right, and those combos stay here. So if we mouse over on some other hands, we see this little pop-up window, but here everything stays the same. And the second option, when we deselect this hand, and then we mouse over on the different hands, and on the right everything changes dynamically. So yeah, you mouse over on the hand and you see all the combos on the right instantaneously. Well, for some users this option would probably be more handy, so yeah, we decided to add this one as well. Now we move to the Hands tab. We have added here a new hand analyzing feature which shows us how many mistakes we actually make. It shows the total amount of mistakes we make according to the filter we've applied. Well, for example, we pick button versus big blind spot, and we see that our total EV difference is minus 2.246. So yeah, in this session, in this button versus big blind spot, we've lost 2 EVBBs comparing to a GTO. We can apply any filters that we want, and then we can see the total EV loss for this situation, for this hand selection and so on. And also for your comfort, we've added an option to switch spots in a viewer. If previously we've had to go to this View tab and choose the situation here, now we can go here to the bottom left corner and choose the spot next to the stack. Here's the list of all spin-and-go spots. So yeah, we don't have to open this View tab anymore, we can just choose spots here a little bit quicker. Also, I want to draw your attention to this new HU Ante library. Who can use it and what you can actually analyze here. So this library is useful for those players who play spin-and-goes with antes, for example for those who play on iPoker, and also for MTT and SnG players. When you reach heads up in SnGs or MTTs, you have to play with antes, and of course ante spots are very different from normal spots. Right now we have a promotion. We offer a discount for this library and a very big one. And to buy, you have to go here in libraries, HU Ante, and click subscribe. You see right now it only costs $10 per month. This promotion will be active till the September of 2021. So yeah, you can buy a subscription for a month, you can upload your HU hands and analyze those. Just check this library out. And it doesn't have to be MTTs specifically. Could be 9 max, 6 max SnGs, or pretty much any tournament that has anti-heads up play in the end. And that would be it for today. I wish you the best of luck. We always listen to your suggestions. So if you have any ideas, any recommendations, please let us know. We consider everything. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.